New tonight, two people are being treated in Virginia Beach after they were struck by lightning. It happened on Crane Road in Corolla. That's in the Currituck National Wildlife Refuge. Fire and EMS officials told us one of the people hit was a volunteer firefighter. The other, a civilian. Apparently, lightning struck a home on the block, and when they were checking out the scene, they were struck. We're told both people are stable right now.